Okay, everybody. Hey, so this is a theme statement. And what I want everybody to do is to make sure you're using enough words. So, like, for instance, man, this is not great, but so far, Fitzgerald shows that wealth and status merely glamorize and obscure morality and the truth. That is a very good theme statement, except that it is not backed up by something good. Um, uh, you need to stay in the specified chapter. So, Anne Gadsby's secret in wealth hiding his true intentions, we know nothing about that yet. Okay. So good theme statement. But what I want you to realize is you need to use enough words to make a theme statement make sense. So, for instance, in number 2, the person said, so far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching the differences in wealth based on social class and how they still interact with each other. It doesn't make any sense. How about, so far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching that there are differences in wealth based on social class. And despite those differences, people are still able to interact with each other. Okay? Look at number 4. So far, Fitzgerald seems to be explaining the luxury of his life by describing his new home in Long Island as lavish. No. Fitzgerald is the author and Nick is the narrator, and Nick is not talking about his home. He lives in a shack on the property of Gadsby's house. So you do need to be accurate, okay? And also outside the characters. A theme statement is a life lesson based on whatever topic you picked, okay? Let's see, number 5. So far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching how wealth and status can take a toll and affect how people display their ideas and feelings and how people think of others. It doesn't have parallel structure, but it's not horrible. Number 6. So far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching that even though one might have great status and wealth, true happiness is not always present. Very good. Number 7. Money does not define who you are as an individual. No. Know you. You're not talking to me here, okay? This is like academic still. Let's see. Number 9. So far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching the untalked about aspects of the wealthy and the class and value among the classy. Stay classy, Centerville. No, just be more specific and make it like a life lesson. It's a theme statement if you're talking about wealth. What is he saying about wealth based on the things that happen in that chapter? Look at number 13. So far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching that even though someone is rich and acquires a lot of materials, can still feel lonely. You're missing words. They can still feel lonely. Okay? Get to the end and read it again. All right? Let me go through just a couple more. Look at number 15. Fitzgerald seems to be teaching how the dividing classes of both the eastern and western parts of the U.S. shape people's morals and feelings in the society. Here's the thing. It needs to be a life lesson that goes outside the book, okay? And I don't want you to get confused. It's not the eastern and western parts of the U.S. Nick moved from the Midwest to the east, but East Egg and West Egg, those are just different parts of Long Island, okay? It's tough. It would have to be backed up by something in that chapter. You don't know too much about the West yet. So far, Fitzgerald has mentioned West Egg and East Egg seem to be sort of a division of new wealth and an old one. That's not a theme statement. And he never mentions that. What is he teaching us about wealth? He is possibly teaching us, you might have said, he's teaching us that wealthy people look down on other people that are not as wealthy based on the fact that Jordan was scornful when Nick said he was from West Egg. So far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching of how the different people live in specific parts. You need to make it make sense. He seems to be teaching that people live in different places based on their wealth and how successful they've become. Based on what in that chapter? Based on the fact that Tom and Daisy live in East Egg and Nick lives in a little bungalow on the property of Gadsby. The next one. So far, Fitzgerald seems to be teaching betrayal. Teaching that family members betray each other. So just make sure that your sentences make sense, okay? So you choose a topic, summarize it, choose a topic, give a theme statement. What is the author teaching? And then just tell me what specific parts of the plot do we see that theme taking place, okay? So just give it another try this week, okay? And don't take too much time. Just, read it and give it a good go. Thank you all so much. Bye.